Hello everyone, I'm Heck and I'm here to show you how you too can solo the Pikachu Tera raid very simply using only a Lurantis. This week's event in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet includes a Water Tera type Pikachu. To make the Pikachu competitive in the Tera raid, Game Freak has had the genius idea of giving it a Light Ball, but also access to the moves Surf, Rain Dance, and making it so its armor is set up from the very beginning of the fight. The reason I was catching some Fomantis and Lurantis on screen is because for this raid, you specifically need a Lurantis to have the ability Contrary. You needed to learn the moves Leaf Storm, Synthesis, and Sunny Day with an optional Solarbeam at the end. For soloing purposes, have maximum HP and special defense. And finally, make sure your Lurantis has a Grass Tera typing. Once you have all of that set up, you will be ready to go. Now I'll walk you through how I did it for myself for the very first time, and how despite dying in the middle of the raid, it was still a fairly easy solo. As the raid begins, the Pikachu will set up its armor from the very beginning, set up a Rain Dance, and hit you with Surf with maximum power thanks to the Light Ball before you even have a chance to move. Turn 1 is specifically to set up a Sunny Day to not only remove the Rain Dance, but to cut the damage from water moves in half. The Sunny Day also provides more healing on the Synthesis. And here's where I make a blunder. Rather than using one of the heal cheers to heal myself back up before the turn begins, I instead attempt to Leaf Storm immediately, thinking that the Pikachu Thunder would not do enough damage to kill me. My bad. And here's the fun portion of the raid. Now that you can attack, you use the move Leaf Storm. Leaf Storm would normally reduce your ability by 2 stages. However, because Lurantis has access to Contrary, in which any stat reducer would increase your stats instead, every time you use Leaf Storm, your stat increases by 2 stages. Therefore, you are effectively buffing yourself while doing damage at the same time. And that's the cycle of this raid. You keep using Leaf Storm to buff yourself back up, and once you terrestrialize Leaf Storm or Solar Beam to do as much damage as you can, while keeping yourself healthy by using Synthesis, and repeated Sunny Day every time the rain is set back up by the Pikachu. Ideally, you want to have a 4th move, such as Solar Beam or Solar Blade or Giga Drain or anything of the effect, because Leaf Storm has very limited power points. Even when you use power point ups, you will only get to a maximum of 8, and there are times where the Pikachu will remove some of your Tera Orb charges, so you might not have enough Leaf Storms to completely wipe out the Pikachu, even post terrestrialization. So always have a backup move just in case, and if you are in a pinch and need to heal before the Pikachu uses a move, you can use the heal cheers because you are granted up to 3 during the raid. As the raid is playing out in the background, I want to take a brief moment to explain why I have the build I have on Fomantis into Lurantis. So most guides will tell you to build your Pokemon very offensively. I prefer to do a defensive build, going for maximum HP and maximum special defense in this case, because I understand that to solo it, you're effectively doing all the damage yourself and you cannot rely on any of your ally NPCs. Even in online raids, sometimes it is important just to survive, just to not die so that the timer doesn't tick down faster. Even having resistance to water, even having resistance to electric, even not taking much damage from the Iron Tail or Play Rough that the Pikachu is going to send out to you, you are still not immune from crits. The Pikachu could back-to-back crit her Thunder, crit the very first Surf it does, it can crit any of its moves, and you would be powerless to stop it if you have a very offensive build. So therefore going with the defensive build guarantees that I survive, and because I'm buffing myself up to maximum special attack anyway, I don't really need the damage. That Pikachu left me with 40 HP after 2 Surfs. If I did not have max IVs and EVs in both HP and special defense, I would have probably not lived that, and I would have gone through more turns trying to set up the Sunny Day and then subsequently attacking. Here's a rundown of what I did to get this Lurantis battle ready for this raid. I hypertrained its HP, special defense, and its special attack. I gave it 26 HP ups and 26 zinc, which is the one that increases your special defense. I gave it the moves Sunny Day, Synthesis, Leaf Storm, and Solar Beam, as well as giving it the item Shell Bell, which you can substitute for leftovers in this case if you're not confident you're going to take enough moves without just straight up dying. Once terrestrialized, and after maxing out your special attack by repeated uses of Leaf Storm, the Pikachu dies in roughly 3 hits, maybe 4 if he nullifies your stats during those hits. And ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Probably one of the simplest raids to do, but not one of the cheapest. If you are unable to find a Fomantis or a Lurantis in the wild with Contrary, you might have to use an ability patch, and those do not come cheap. However, if you have been spamming 6-star raids, you probably have one lying in your inventory. If you have not been able to find a Lurantis with Contrary, that doesn't mean that you can't do the raid. If possible, you can just pick up a Clodsire who has the water absorb ability, which is way more common, and just take that into the Tera raid. Give it a covert cloak so that Pikachu's Iron Tail doesn't lower your defense, and spam moves like Mud Slap, Acid Spray, Chilling Water. You can be useful to your teammates because you're immune to 2 of Pikachu's moves, and the other 2 moves, well, Pikachu isn't really going to do much damage. Do the heal cheer, do the defense cheer, heal cheer again, and you will pretty much help your teammates without really being at the risk of dying. That's going to be all from me. Happy hunting, and I'll see you next time.